Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Fox's Best Laid Plans, the planner channel that wouldn't know what to do if everything was going right, because there's always just a little bit of, what is going on? Hi, everybody. Hello. It's me, Fox. It's August 1st. Here we are. Hello. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. If you are new here, hello, my name is Fox. I do planner things, I do travel things, I have an adorable dog, and I like to talk about all of it. And I also have ADHD, and I also am trying to work on it, and we're doing our best here. So, hello, this was last week's plan. I'm very much struggling this morning. First of all, I have a terrible sinus headache. I don't know why that is, but I do. And second of all, we are leaving in less than 1 week for our trip, like our big road trip that we've been planning, and we have 2 nights that are not accounted for because of the wildfires. So I'll talk more about that as we go on. But I have been, when I made my plan for this quarter and things that like how long it was going to take me to do the detailed trip planning, I didn't take into account that I was going to have to find an entirely new place to stay for 2 nights. I did not predict that there was going to be this kind of delay where we have to find last minute lodging in an area that like fills up months in advance. So, I mean, it is what it is. And I am just so grateful to see that the town is like not quite as bad as they originally thought that it was going to be. Of course, the wildfire is still going, so anything could change, but everybody got out safely. If you've been following my channel for a little while, I've been talking about this in the last at least 2 weeks worth of videos. Or I guess it's only been a week. I guess the last week and a half worth of videos, but anyway, so let's get started. So this was last week's plan, this cute little tropical kit. We are into August now because today is actually August 1st. So it's Thursday, August 1st. We're planning the week of Monday, July 29th through Sunday, August 4th. This is my Moxie Life flagship planner. And I mean, I fully intended to plan on Monday when I was home, and I just didn't have time. It's been a lot. I don't know. I've been stretched too thin. I have overcommitted myself this month to things, thinking, oh, I'm off this month. Thinking, oh, I'm home this month. I'm not traveling. I can do things. And I did not think accurately. So anyway, so this is the Peach Garden Planner Kit from Cinderella Paper. There were 5 pages. I thought I only would need these 3 pages. So hopefully that actually comes out to be accurate. But we're going to plan. And the reason, full disclosure, I didn't know what to do because it's like half July, half August. I was like, I could do sunflowers, but like I wasn't really ready for sunflowers yet. I want that to be like late August. And then I saw this kit and I love the color orange, but I love this little bear. And how small is this bear that the peach is that big, right? That's got to be a tiny baby, perfect angel. Boop. Love it. Okay. So I have 2 washies. One's Simply Gilded, and one is like this random washi kit that I got when I first started doing creative paper planning like 8 years ago. I think this is gonna go to the top. This is gonna go to the bottom. Okay, we're getting it together here. So I don't know. The days have just been going by so fast, and I'm just okay. Wait, I never know. Are the stars on the bottom or the top? I guess they should be the top. I think that's wrong. That seems, oh well, whatever. It's my planner. I can make a mess of it however I want. So every day we are getting updates on the Jasper wildfire, and it looks like they've got a lot of good precautions in place and have really done a good job of getting the town site as safe as it can be and protecting as much as they can. And I don't know, I'm hopeful that residents are going to be able to go back soon based on what I've been reading, but I don't know. We'll see. But they are opening the one major highway that's been closed to commercial trucking today, which is exciting. That seems to be progress to me. And then they're trying to get like power and water and everything restored for everybody's houses, and I think that's whenever they'll be like, okay. But it's going to be hotter this week again. I don't know if I love that. Oh well, we're stuck with it now. Once I get the rest of the page filled in, it'll look okay, but right now, hopefully also you can see there's the sun is like coming right in my window, but I don't know. I woke up this morning all like motivated. It's August 1st. I'm going to get my life together this month, as I say every month. And then I just have this headache and I'm like, oh my God, I can't think with it right now. We've been having some bizarre weather. We're under an air quality alert because there is wildfire smoke coming down here to Pennsylvania again, like there was last year. You can hear my sinuses. Like, I'm just very stuffy right now. But you know what? Such is life. So, and then I feel like, oh, why do you even care about your 2 days of vacation that you have to reschedule because people lost their homes? And you can be sad for them and understanding for them and also be like, I don't have anywhere to sleep for 2 nights. That is okay. It is okay to have both emotions going at the same time. So just a reminder, whenever you're upset about something and people tell you, don't be upset about that because there's other people to be more upset about this. Everybody can be upset about things and it's okay. And you can be upset about multiple things and it's okay. And it doesn't make your feelings less valid if you're having those feelings, and it's okay to feel those feelings without adding guilt to the mix. I'm saying this for you because it's a common thing to feel. There was some good news out of Jasper too, that they were showing a couple of the bears that they are on like a bear tracking program with GPS and stuff. The mama bear and her cubs made it, and that was very exciting, and everybody was in the Facebook group crying. Emotions are emoting. It's a lot. Wildfire season is not the stuff, y'all. I don't know much about Canada's wildfire season, but having lived through... Do I have dates in here? Yeah. I'm just using the date stickers from last week's. Whoa. The kit that I didn't print the stickers or they didn't have them. So I'm just use the leftover ones from last week's sticker kit for this. Yeah, California wildfires are not the stuff, but I don't know anything about Canadian wildfires until last year was the first time I started hearing about them, and I'm like, oh gosh. You think like, oh, they're not desert, but I guess desert is not really exactly where the wildfires happen. It's just dry forests. So I guess it makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying not to get like in my head and be like, I always get this, okay, if you know me, you know travel is like a huge part of my life and it's my favorite thing. And it's the reason that I do the career that I do because it allows me to travel. And is this right side up? I don't know. I can't tell if this is right side up. Oh well, whatever. Every time I'm ready for a trip, there are at least a couple of days where I say to myself, maybe I should just cancel it. Why? I will look forward to a trip. I will spend days planning a trip. Like this is my favorite thing, and I will every time inevitably say, maybe I should just stay home. And thankfully I don't really do that. I don't really like listen to my brain when my brain is going off like that. But it's just like, it's a part of the process, I guess, that I have to work through. And I hate it. And I wish I could just be like, I'm so excited. And I get so worried about the details and making, especially when I'm traveling with other people. When I'm traveling by myself, this is less so. I should qualify with that. When traveling by myself, I am like a little bit more like balls out, we're going to do whatever. Because then I'm not worried about pleasing other people and making everybody else happy and like, am I doing the most? Are they having the most fun? And when I'm by myself, I'm like, the only person I have to disappoint is me. So I kind of am just like, yeah, it's going to be great. So I have a solo trip coming up in September. And I'm like, not worried about that. I'm like, yeah, we'll make the most of it. We'll make the best of what's around. That's my thing, doing that. But when I have other people involved, I'm like, oh my God, it's got to be perfect. We got to make sure. But also when I have other people involved, the other people usually don't have any input. They're just like, we're so happy that you planned this. And I'm like, I'm so happy that I planned it too. But like, you can tell me, sometimes I worry, like, if they're not telling me what they want to do, that like, they're just being like, oh God, here we go again. She's coming up with some stupid idea. And I don't think that's the case, but I know my friend Michelle, who I adore, and like, I don't know, these last couple of weeks, she has been my rock in many, many ways emotionally, because I've been stressing because she understands how my brain works. She was like, I love traveling with you because when we go places, I just show up and you're like, we found cool things to see and I love it. And she's like, I brag to my coworkers all the time. I'm going on a trip and it's like I have a tour guide. And I was like, oh, well, that makes me feel really nice. My friend Laura has said the same thing about traveling with me. She's like, we just come and there's an itinerary and we just do all the fun things. And I'm like, oh, thanks for saying that. I just want to be a fun person that everybody enjoys. But the doubt, if you have ADHD, I didn't know where to put the perfect little bear, so I'll put him on Sunday. Perfect little bear. If you have ADHD, you may have, it's called RSD, which is rejection sensitivity dysphoria. I think that's what it actually is. Hold on. It's rejection sensitive dysphoria, and it's like sucky. I don't know what to say about it besides sucky. It is like that feeling when you didn't do anything wrong and you're like, is everybody mad at me? Or like, oh wait, I'm gonna make this down just a scotch there. That feeling whenever like you don't hear back from somebody immediately and you're like, are they mad at me? Or did I do something? Was I annoying? Did I bother everybody? Does everybody hate me? That feeling, that is RSD. And it sucks. And I hate it. And oh, I only have 5 work days. It'll be okay. I work 6 days this week because I picked up Tuesday. I'll make it work. So that is RSD, and I have a big issue with that. And so I'll be like, is everybody having fun on the trip? Does everybody still like me? Like, you know, that's the kind of stuff. And there will be no evidence to say that people don't like me or are not having fun, but I will in my brain be like, they're having the worst time and they want to leave. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm having that right now. I'm having anxiety. I'm trying to work out details and I'm like, I don't know, maybe details just aren't working here. So I'm looking, but it's involving so much more time and mental energy, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing all these other things. I had it like perfectly planned out. I had everything planned out so I would be perfectly on time and ahead of schedule, and like, it's just not, the flow is not flowing right now. And I'm at work for 7 days, so like I have very limited time. So like last night I had dance and I was like, maybe I'll work on it when I get home, and I was so tired. By the time I got home, these are crooked. Oh, good. By the time I got home, I was just like, we had dinner and I just crashed right after dinner. I was so freaking exhausted. I've been just so exhausted. I've not been sleeping well, been anxious. I don't know. I've been doom scrolling. I've been trying to do better about that this week, but we're getting there. It's August 1st. I want to be super excited and be like, the new month is here. And I'm just like, that's my big emotion right now. So the trip's going to be so much fun. It really is. Okay. So what things will we put in? We had work. I'll put in my work days here. The trip's going to be amazing. We're going to see so many cool things. The things that I'm worried about are, number 1, the wildfires. Number 2, the drive time, because it's a lot more drive time than our last 2 years of road trips. Actually, our last 3 years of road trips. I keep saying 2 years because it's my mom and I have been doing this, but we did a road trip to New England with my dad before he died in 2021. And that one, I think because I used to live in Boston, I'm like, oh, New England's not a road trip, but it was a road trip. Like it was 11 days, I think, and a lot of driving. So it was a road trip, Fox. But in my brain, I'm like, oh, it's just New England, that's home. So brains are weird. But in any case, so we've done these, we have not done as long of driving days as we are going to be doing on this trip this time, because like where we're going. So we're going up through North Dakota, across Montana, up into Canada. And so like North Dakota is not as long. North Dakota is the shorter one, but Montana is massively huge. Then we have to come down through Montana and Idaho to get to the Craters of the Moon and the Potato Museum. Yes, we're going to the potato. I mean, come on. You already knew Fox is going to be there and there's a potato museum. Let's just go to the potato museum. So it's there's so many cool things. I'm so excited to see them all. The thing is too, is like we have the dogs with us. And so especially in like in the US national parks, dogs really are not able to go many places. There are many national parks that are very dog friendly, but like the big ones with a lot of wildlife, like Yellowstone, Rocky Mountain National Park, all the California parks, Grand Teton, Yosemite, all of those, there's very few trails that are safe for dogs because there is so much wildlife and they don't want a bear to eat your dog. So we can't really do any hikes. But also, my mom is a senior citizen. She has a bad knee. She broke her knee a number of years ago. So, like, we can't really do very many hikes with her anyway. We can do small hikes with her, but so, like, a lot of what we're doing is, like, scenic drives and stopping at pullovers. That's what we did when we were in the Badlands last year, because it's not very dog-friendly there either, but dogs are allowed in all the parking lots with the scenic view, so we would, like, get out at the parking lot, you know, take pictures with the dogs, the beautiful scenery behind them, and I want a bigger sticker than this. This sticker is not big enough for what I want right now. Oh, well. I'll put it right here. So it kind of like works out that we're going to be in the car a lot because we can't be out hiking. Like if it's husband and me, like for example, when we went to Sequoia, we were like doing all these different hikes. We did a guided hike. We did a night sky program. Maybe we can do a night sky program where of course we're going to be out there during the full moon, which is not going to be conducive to night skying. Fox. I mean, I planned this the best that I could, and I just, you know, you can only do what you can do. So Monday night, my friend Abby and I went to see Hozier at Star Lake, and he was amazing. Put exclamation point. And oh, such a good show. He's so good. I mean, every song is so good. They did Take Me to Church was like the closer of the first of the set, and then they did the encore. And Take Me to Church is like one of my like favorite songs of all time, and it was so freaking good. And I was like, I had chills the entire time. They did Work Song was the closer of the night, like the encore closer. It was just like, oh my god, it was so good. Every single song was so good. They opened with DeSelby 1 and 2, and DeSelby Part 2 is like, you can't hear that song and not dance. Like, ugh, so good. Anyway, also, if anybody has seen the music video for Dinner and Diatribes by Hozier and you want to have like a book club discussion about it and figure out what the hell it means, like, just call me. Like, can we do this? Because I am like, I've watched it 3 times now and I'm like, I need someone to like write a book report about this and explain it to me, please. Thank you. Anyway, the concert was amazing. I was at Star Lake, which is like our little outdoor amphitheater here in Pittsburgh. You all have them if you wherever you live. You may have Pine Knob if you live in Detroit. You may have Alpine Valley if you live in Wisconsin. You may have Great Woods, aka Tweeter Center, aka I forget what it's called now, if you live in Boston. It's that kind of thing where it's not in the city. It's out in the sticks of this like suburb past the city, and it has the parking lot of doom. You know the parking lot of doom. If you go to live concerts outdoors in the summer in your town, you know the parking lot that I'm talking about. You have no choice but to drive there because you can't take a bus or public transit. If you take Uber or something like that, it's going to be $1 million because it's far away. The only option we have here in Pittsburgh, which is back for the summer of 2024, and I was very tempted by it, is the Ross Park Mall bus. This is when we were kids, it was like the most amazing thing. They had a bus that would pick you up at the mall and take you to the concert and then bring you back. So like your parents could drop you off at the mall, you could go to the concert, and then they would just pick you up at the mall instead of having to sit in the parking lot or go to the concert with you or whatever. I have heard a rumor that it's back for this year, but we did not use it because my friend lives in the South Hills and I was picking her up, and actually she lives south of Pittsburgh I didn't realize it was Washington County, which is the next county down, which is where the actual venue is. Anyway, we got there very easily, got in the parking lot very quickly. We're like, amazing, everything is great. Show was incredible. However, Abby's not in her 40s yet, but she will be there soon, and I'm in my 40s. And we have jobs. We have grown-up responsibilities. What had happened was, Hozier decided he wanted to start very late and play very late. I'm used to Dave Matthews goes on at 7:45. We are done and in our cars by 10:30. At 10:30, the encore was beginning. They played 4 songs, including one long, like, extended spoken word situation, which my mom is like, I don't know who Hozier is, but I'm very proud of him for motivating the youths to go register to vote. And I was like, thanks, Mom. She's very proud of him. So, I mean, it was great. And then after that, he decided he was going to thank his entire band for a second time. Fine. But there are 7,000 people in this band. There's every instrument you could think of is in this band. Then he was thanking the crew, which they did a great job. I get it. And then it was their cameraman's birthday, so we sang happy birthday. And I was like, looking at my clock. And the only reason that I was like, we have to stay, was because I knew Work Song was going to be the closer, and that is my second favorite Hozier song. And I was like, we have to stay for this. And so I was like, we gotta tough it out. So then he was like, I kept thinking, and I was like, okay, now it's gonna be time. And then he was like, let's sing happy birthday. And I was like, Andrew Marie Hozier, we need to go home. We have to go to bed. You need to let us leave this concert. And then they finally played it. And then we were like, had our like blankets and jackets in our hands, and we were like, bye. However, we still got stuck in the parking lot for about 30 or 35 minutes. By the time I dropped Abby off, picked up something to eat because I was starving, and got back to my house, it was 1:15 in the morning. I had to shower before I went to bed. By the time I got into bed, it was like 2 o'clock. So that like started my week off a hot mess. And I normally would have been off on Tuesday, which when we bought these tickets, I was like, oh yeah, I'm off on Tuesday. So if we are out late, it'll be fine. It was not fine because I swapped days with my partner because she needed these 2 days off to go to a wedding out of town. And I was like, well, if I swap Tuesdays with you, then that means the day before we leave for our trip, I'll be off work. I'll have the whole day to like pack and get the car ready and whatever. However, then that meant that I wasn't getting enough sleep before we went to the Hozier, or after we went to the Hozier concert. So, old person problems brought to you by Fox. That is the situation. So anyway, I've been rambling for a long time about the concert. It was a great concert. If he's coming to your town, I highly, highly recommend go because he was so good. Why does this seem like... I just feel like there's too much to fill in here, and I can't think enough to fill it in while I'm talking. So last night was Wednesday. Also, when I swap days like that, we've done this. This is now the second time that we've done this. And, oh God, am I going to fit? Am I going to lose lettering chicken? No, I want it. I'm so used to my rotation, and it's such like a, I want to say muscle memory kind of thing now. And so all day on Tuesday, I'm like, it's Wednesday. And all day this morning already, I'm like, oh, okay, well, tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow is Friday. So, I don't know. So basically my entire week is just going to be trip planning stuff. I have my long run on Sunday. I can put that in there. And then the rest of the time is just going to be spent trip planning. We were supposed to go swimming yesterday, or not yesterday. We were supposed to go swimming on Tuesday, and that ended up getting messed up because it was like supposed to storm, and then it didn't storm, and I don't know, the whole thing. So like that was a mess of a day. Like I just feel like I'm planning, and it's just not. I'm planning, and then it's just not happening the way that I want it to happen. So what can you do? What's my long run this week? 11. Yeah, 11. You know what? The thing is, I was trying to make it look prettier, and I made it look messier. Oh well. The trip's going to be fun. No matter what happens, we'll figure something out, Even if we end up having to stay. I want to go. We could stay in the U.S. a little bit longer. We could stay longer in Glacier. But I did Glacier last year when I went out there for the Whitefish Marathon. So I'm like, do I really want to do that? Like, I'd rather see something new that I haven't seen before. And my mom has seen Glacier, and husband was out for like a day with me, so he's seen part of it too. But if we have to do that, we can. We can make whatever work. It's just I would like to know what we're going to do. So this morning I found a rental property. So if you're ever staying in Montana and you're staying more than one night, I really recommend going through Stay Montana, They're like a vacation rental property and they have amazing spaces. That's where I stayed in Whitefish last year. It was right on the lake, beautiful. When my flight got delayed, they accommodated a late checkout for me. It's pet friendly, like it's great. However, they really don't have any, because they are like a vacation rental property, they have a 2-night minimum. So this time we were just going 1 night for Glacier, so we couldn't use them. So, but I highly recommend, they're called Stay Montana. So if we end up staying longer, I'm going to see if they have anything. I found like their Canadian equivalent in Windermere Lake in Canada. And so I found something on there. I'm going to see what their cancellation policy is in case we would need to cancel because of wildfires, etc. And that might be our answer. But it took me hours to get to finding this. And I still am not sure if it's the right choice because I'm like a little sleepy and I probably need more coffee before I make any decisions. But I may have found a possible option. We shall see. I'm going to talk it over with husband and with my mom and go from there. It looks like a beautiful place, and it looks like it's about 20 minutes from one of the other national parks that is in Canada in the Rockies area, so it should be nice. We can get to Radium Hot Springs, which I really want to check out Radium Hot Springs, but I'm also kind of nervous because it says that it does have like a very, very low level of radium, hence the name Radium Hot Springs. But they said it's like below, like when you get the radon test done at your house and then the guy's like, your radon levels are safe. It's like below the maximum level of safe. But I'm still like, but I also really want to go in a hot spring. So anyway, you got options. We'll make it work. It's going to be fine. I just have to just accept that like it's going to be a little bit more chaotic this week leading up to than I had it planned. Like I had it planned, it was going to be so perfect. There was going to be no chaos. I was going to get sleep this week and be ready for the trip. And now it's like, perhaps not. But we'll get there. We will get there. The route that you are on is the right route. And you'll get there when the time works. That's what you have to remember, right? Okay. All right. Thank you all for listening to my long rambling thing about why Hosier talked for too long, even though it was so cute and charming. We couldn't even be mad because he's just like adorable and wholesome. Most wholesome. Highly recommend. Do not recommend the parking lot. But thank you for listening to my rambles about that and my rambles about my anxiety this week and my stress levels. I appreciate every single one of you who is commenting and liking my videos. It really makes me feel good. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are new here. And as always, my friends, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I will see you in my next video.